Today's session is about navigating to your dream career and how to make your career planning process more manageable as you pursue your PhD. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the career development model and the kinds of things you need to know how to do to manage your career while you're here at Maryland and beyond. The second thing I'm going to cover are some basic career and professional development resources for PhDs that you can use on your own, including the Individual Development Plan, or IDP for short. And the final topic I will discuss is how to move forward after this session and suggestions for taking steps toward your dream career. I want you all to keep in mind that this session is merely a starting point to get you to take these steps that I'm going to suggest. If you visit the University Career Center's website at careers.umd.edu, you'll see the links to the events calendar at the top of the page. So you'll be able to find any of the workshops, webinars, career fairs, etc. held throughout the year. There are also a variety of other career resources available on this website, including the TERP guide and excellent resources for the job search process. On that same page, you can also access your Careers for TERPs called C4T account using the link in the upper left-hand corner. You are able to schedule an appointment with Dr. Susan Martin, the Program Director for PhD Career Development, register for events, see job postings, and also access a service called Interview Stream, where you can practice for an upcoming interview that you may have. If you are in engineering, the school business, or the school public policy, we recommend for you to get to know the services and staff in the career centers embedded in your schools or colleges. So, how do you find our information? The professional and career development information is located on the graduate school website. There is a Go link, go.umd.edu/PhD career info. On this website, you can find a link to all of our workshops, the services we provide, tools and resources for you, previous recordings, and so much more. I've also provided Susan's email address along with mine should you like to contact us at any point about this workshop or the career and professional development resources that our office offers. Our contact information is also listed on this website. So, career development is an ongoing process with 4 basic parts. First, self-assessment of your skills, interests, and values. Second, researching career options. Third, making a plan. And fourth, implementing that plan. A great place to start is to see where you are in the career development process. And you can do that with the help of this color-coded career development assessment that you see on the left of the slide. The items are color-coded and correspond to each of the 4 parts of the PhD career development model on the right. I encourage you to use this assessment once you are done with today's session, and you can find it on the Professional and Career Development website with this Go link at the bottom, go.umd.edu/PhD resources. As you review your response, notice a section with more no's, for instance, and that might be a good place to begin working on your own career planning and development. The beginning of the process is really about knowing yourself in a very systematic way and being able to talk about what your skills are and what you have to offer to employers. So what really motivates you and what is important to you? You can let your personality and your style and your strengths really show here. These are all the kinds of things that go into a systematic self-assessment. The second part of this model has to do with having a detailed understanding of information about the specific careers that you are considering and what those careers look like in different industries. You can accomplish these by using some of the following career tools that you have access to. There are 3 free online tools that include assessments. Imagine PhD was developed for humanities and social science majors, but it is totally acceptable for STEM majors to use too. We suggest that you use an email other than your UMD email or choose an email that won't one day expire because your Imagine PhD account is yours to keep for as long as you want to keep using it, even after graduation. My IDP is another tool, but for doctoral students in the sciences. And there is Chem IDP, which is for those in chemistry, as the name suggests. All 3 of these tools are used to identify or confirm career paths that are aligned with your interests and skills. Now, I would like to mention that the kind of work that we do in the Career Center is career advising. Some of you may find that you have other personal factors that are intertwined with what you want to do next, whether it be family or obligations or whatever it may be. If you want to talk with a trained mental health career counselor, they are also available to talk with you. If you'd like to talk about the differences between career advising versus career counseling, I'm happy to talk with you, and so is Dr. Susan Martin. So, PhDs have many career options. Doctoral students change their minds about what they want to do with their PhDs. You may have started your program thinking you wanted to pursue an academic job, and a couple of years later, you wanted to do something else, and that is okay and perfectly normal. It is really important to understand what particular career paths entail. Even people who are planning to go into academic jobs don't spend their time early in their training to understand the different types of faculty careers out there. You need to understand the kind of skills that are necessary, the kinds of things you need to do beyond publishing, and the professional development you need to do while you are here. If you're considering careers in industry, government, or the nonprofit sector, you want to take these same steps to understand what particular career paths are all about. There are 3 basic ways to research careers: read, talk with alumni and other professionals, and engage with professional organizations. So first, read about careers that you're considering on websites and in the Vault online career library inside of C4T. This will give you basic information. But then you definitely want to conduct informational interviews. These are information gathering conversations in which you gain information, get valuable advice, and expand your professional network. This is key. Informational interviews help you understand more about the careers that you're interested in. Lastly, you should become more active in professional organizations, both at the national and regional level. Some of the professional associations that I recommend you look into are the following. For humanities and social sciences, the American Historical Association has someone who is actually doing career programming. MLA has something called Connected Academics, and I highly recommend this. If you are in the life sciences, NIH has a website particularly for those in the biosciences. And there's also the American Physics Society, and these are just to name a few. I challenge you to look in your field for professional organizations if you haven't done so already. And again, Susan and I are happy to talk with you. All right, so we saw the right side of the model several slides earlier, and now I'd like to focus on the left side of the model, which includes the planning and taking action quadrants. The focus and plan quadrant is about developing a written yearly plan, or an IDP. In it, you set some career-related goals and list some specific experiences you want to build skills. The take action part is all about being able to manage the logistics of seeking out opportunities in which you gain experience and build skills. For example, you might be looking for an internship or searching for a full-time position after graduation. You would have that in your IDP. IDPs are your own personal written plans, and they are flexible and sometimes speculative. There are templates for doc students and there are templates for postdocs. The template that I have here on the screen is a template for a postdoc, and you can find these at that same link that I mentioned earlier, and it's here at the bottom of the screen, go.umd.edu/PhD resources. You can consider this similar to what you may do in a job setting. In most jobs, there's a yearly cycle in which you set goals and discuss them with your supervisor. You may adjust them midway, and at the end of the year, you look back at what you've accomplished. This is something that you should set up for yourself to manage your career. This template allows you to map out your degree completion, career development, and more. If you are at the start of your PhD, years 2, 3, and 4 may all be speculative, but I would encourage you to try to work through some of these and work backwards, especially to achieve goals related to publishing, advancing to candidacy, or finding a summer internship even. Now, you may feel as though you have some skills gaps, especially as you start researching careers that you're interested in, or even as you're completing that IDP. But don't stress, there are multiple ways to get career support and engage in professional development outside of what is provided for you by your own department. So consider first other graduate students who are ahead of you, or even alumni as resources. You also have advisors and mentors, of course, but let me caution you not to rely upon your dissertation advisor as your only resource. Seek out both long-term and short-term mentors. You should also go to departmental events, and if you're not aware of what programs your schools or colleges do on an annual basis, I would encourage you to look at the websites or speak to the coordinators for graduate studies. You can also go to the graduate school and the Teaching and Learning Center, and these are all ways to participate in professional development activities. Additionally, conferences and professional associations offer so much more than just the opportunity to present a poster or a paper. They often have online and career-related programming during their annual conferences. So here are some other sources of professional development. If you are going into academic careers, you certainly want to look into these first three resources. The TLTC, CERTL, and NCFDD, these are all great sources to build skills required for being a competitive faculty applicant. If you are looking into non-academic jobs, I highly recommend looking into both LinkedIn Learning and Terrapins Connect, and there are ways to connect with alumni and professionals. If you are a postdoc, there's the Office of Postdoctoral Affairs and the National Postdoc Association. All right, so I want you to think about what to do from here in small, manageable steps. You might think about how you can add one or two of these tasks to your calendar in the next couple of weeks. You might review the graduate school website. This is where you can view the professional and career development services. You can set up your CVRT or equivalent account if you are an engineering, business, or public policy doc student. You can take a PhD career development assessment in Imagine PhD. You might even draft your IDP. And finally, schedule an appointment with Susan or a career staff member in your respective career center. Again, this is our contact information and our website link, along with our Twitter handle. Do not worry about having the perfect answer before interacting with the staff in the Career Center. We are here to help you figure out what you want to do and support you as you develop your IDP, search for internships and jobs. If you would like to discuss how to have this type of session or how it might be done for members of a graduate student organization, please contact me directly. And thank you for taking the time to attend this session. We look forward to supporting you through your career development and job search process.